Hi everybody! Hi Tamar! Episode 5 of Game of Thrones! Hodor. But summer. But we'll get to them in a while. It was a mind-blowing episode.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Still have parts of my brain here.
Before we go to magic and fantasy, let's start with the mundane, with Sansa Stark, a politician, finally.
A commander.
A commander-in-chief.
A strategist.
A strategist.
Red hair. She's in the center of the scene, taking care of business. They all come up to her, my lady, we need to do that, we need to do that. Jon is like, I don't know what to do,
I'm not a Stark.
Yeah, what to do, we need here. And she's telling him she will use him to unite the North.
And she doesn't trust him. It's incredible.
Yeah, because you know why.
Why?
Trust no one. Littlefinger taught her that. She saw what it's like to trust people in this game. Her father paid the price. She paid the price. Yeah.
And she's been training to hide her true emotions for like 5 seasons.
Hold your cards close to your chest.
Right. I love my brother. I trust him, but up to a point, that's a true politician.
There are no friends in politics. Only interests and overlapping ambitions for a certain period of time that you can create alliances and stuff like that.
Right.
She's the only one that is on a mission to unite first the houses of the North.
Right.
Then Riverrun, who's now went back to the Tullys.
Right. And the Vale.
And the Vale is already hers.
Who's gonna stop her? Nobody.
And also, very important about Sansa and about her near future. She is soon to be a widow, we hope.
She hopes as well.
She hopes as well. This is her mission now, to be a widow. And a widow with so much property and name is very, very powerful in this medieval world. Because you can, even by insinuating, you can say, oh, follow me. Maybe I will marry you. Maybe I will marry you. Everyone knows that if you will marry Sansa, you'll get all the
North,
all the stuff, you know.
That's a lot of political power.
But my prediction / hope that she will not get married.
Why?
I think the Ramsay experience and the Tyrion experience, especially sexually, created so much trauma in her that she will avoid it. And sex and marriage, and we prefer to be alone, married to her kingdom maybe, similar to Elizabeth I that stayed virgin her entire reign basically.
Okay. She met Littlefinger, came over in his jetpack from the Vale to Town in not even half an episode. Incredible. Yeah. As we expected, it was awkward. She was angry. He was being apologetic, sorry, you're right, she had leverage. And now he is her pawn. He will get her army with nothing promised in return. She might kill him, she might not.
Just thought about it, but maybe there is a recurrent theme in this episode of creating monsters that later you can control, and they overturn the table on you. So Littlefinger created this monster.
So Littlefinger basically, when he gave Sansa to Ramsay, he was either stupid and negligent, or he wanted her to die. Because now, in this situation, that's like the worst of all worlds. She's still alive, the Bolton will die, and she has an army and leverage over him. So,
I'm not sure he expected her to die, maybe to suffer, and then he will come to save her or something like that.
So he's stupid.
So he's stupid, yeah, but this is not the book's Littlefinger, you know. So what's up with Jon?
I don't know, he seems weird.
Yeah, I think he's on vacation or something.
He's like aloof.
Yeah, maybe he truly lost his point of view character. So we don't know what's going on inside of him. He doesn't share. He's this guy, he's an introvert, you know.
Something is going on there.
Yeah.
So maybe that's like a spoiler for the books, that he will no longer be a POV character. Let's go to Braavos. It starts not with it's no longer wax on, wax off. Now it's Fight Club. And she beats her and says, "You have to go." And then she gets a mission to kill a good woman who's an actor.
This was my favorite part of the episode. Really, really liked it.
Because you're a history teacher.
This is the way people got their news back then. You know, it was before internet.
Before internet?
They got their news, the common people, from this kind of plays and satire, funny stuff. The way that the showrunners depicted the heroes,
theater runners,
depicted the Westerosi people. That
Come
was
on,
very,
the
very funny.
mainstream media. Tyrion, they said they blame everything on Tyrion.
Yeah.
He wasn't even there.
So, and the way they made Ned look stupid, which he is. He was stupid, yeah.
But in some other way.
In some other way.
And Joffrey was kind.
Was kind and naive,
Naive.
And then Tyrion is the conspirator, the puppet master.
He wasn't even there.
The way they made fun at monarchy, I really liked it. Like, it's for the ascension. What's that? It's for the monarchization. What's that? Like this Westerosi people with their monarchy and kings, and we are more advanced. We are free people. We live in an urban culture in which you can say stuff and laugh and be rude.
You can laugh at the king.
Women are more free there,
right?
Like the actress, the good person.
Right. But also, this is how historical lies get perpetuated. Because in 500 years' time, people will know Tyrion as the Machiavellian character, horrible monster, who was responsible for all this carnage.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, doesn't that make you think that everything we know is a lie?
I already know that.
Maybe that's a lie. Boom! So let's go back to Arya. Jack and Agar tells her that the faceless men built Braavos.
They were escaped slaves.
Right.
Or faceless men. Slaves with no face.
Not literally. Metaphorically.
What's that?
And he asks her, what's your desire? And she gives him like the Buddhist punchline. A girl has no desire. Boom, because desire is the motherfucking root of all evil. I don't know if she's going to complete her mission.
No,
I don't know. No. Something is wrong there. Something feels not right.
You can see this Arya storyline goes like in the direction that she will go rogue or something like that.
Yes, I definitely think that she will go rogue. She will either be broken and become really no one by killing this good woman, or she will say, fuck it, I'm gonna take my talents to South Westeros. Go and kill the Freys and Cersei and the Mountain and go kill everybody.
Yeah, maybe the faceless man created a monster that you can't control.
So let's go to Meereen, where we see the high Jewish princess. Jewish princess. The high Jewish princess talking to Varys and Tyrion. She's the priestess, the high priestess of the Lord of Light.
From Volantis.
From Volantis.
Which means she also has a jetpack.
And they discuss religion and Varys' backstory and who cut his parts. We don't know yet. And he's a secret Targaryen!
Explain.
Because this is why he shaves his head. Because so you don't see his silver hair. And this is why they cut his parts. Because he has king's blood and for him not to procreate and produce heirs. And this is why he wanted to go to Westeros in the first place.
That explains a lot, yeah.
So we see that Varys and Tyrion are trying to use her just as she is trying to use them.
Expected it. We saw foreshadowing in the first episode.
Right.
That Tyrion will use religion and the Daenerys prophecy and the Red God religion for PR business in a way to control the narrative. You know,
that's propaganda.
Winning hearts and minds. Of course, it's propaganda, but it's very important that in these times, in medieval times, but creating a story about putting every day-to-day events in some kind of a religious context or giving it meaning, he understands the people's power in this city. So we have
power of the people.
The power of the people. So he needs to create for them a story and to use religion for his own political purpose and for Daenerys.
For Daenerys,
So
right.
very smart.
But she is going to use him to spread her religion and to make her religion more popular.
Maybe he's the one who created the monster, in which later he will not be able to control, and will turn the table on him.
And we saw in this episode, we saw Daenerys. She had a conversation with Jorah. So you want to talk about that?
No.
Okay, so let's go to the Iron Islands. Kingsmoot! Kingsmoot hype! Okay, so that was really, really anticlimactic. Really. Like, nothing like we expected. Basically, Euron and Yara both offered the people the same thing.
Yeah.
And there were no people there, just like 10 guys.
And
Isn't it supposed to be like a populist thing or something?
Yeah. And for the life of me, I could not understand why they chose Euron. Why?
Didn't have a horn that controls
No horn,
dragon.
he has no claim, he has just wit. He came alone with
And
no...
he has a story about someone on the other side of the world
Yeah.
that has dragons. Okay.
And she said, I will give you the kingdom, I will rape and pillage, blah, blah, blah. I will make the Iron Island great again. You know, no, I will do all that and will marry a queen with dragons and the other side of the world. Yeah,
that's a plan.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And I confessed I killed my brother. That's okay.
And basically, I think that Euron will not be important in the TV show.
Yeah.
He's not a threat
Yeah.
to Daenerys. He doesn't have a fleet because Yara and her brother just took the fleet away. So I don't know why they didn't just attack them if they had like hundreds of boats.
Why they're using ships, I don't understand. Why they don't use Theon jetpack? I don't understand.
So let's go to the most incredible part of the episode, the mind-blowing part of the episode.
Yeah.
Hodor, aka Hold the Door. That was very dramatic.
Yeah.
And I want to give a shout out to someone you may not know. He's called George R.R. Martin.
He with a capital H.
He with a capital H. It has like the capital H has to be like bigger.
Yeah.
The moment when he started to say hold the door, I was like, oh my God, he thought of everything before everything. Like in the first book, he put a character named Hodor, and he knew that Hodor would mean hold the door in fucking book 6, season 6. And that there's like a space-time continuum conundrum with Bran. Shout out to Casey Coons, our patron, who figured it all out last week.
Yeah.
So Bran is perpetually going back in time, maybe, I don't know, to do the same thing to make Hodor again. What a way to die. That was very sad.
Yeah.
Actually, I was haunted by this scene for hours later.
Yeah.
Hold the door.
I was really, really sad for 3 reasons. Summer being killed, Hodor being killed, and fucking Winds of Winter spoilers, fucking shit!
Haven't the Jewish people suffered enough?
So it begs the question, did Hodor always know how he was going to die because Bran from the future made him Hodor? And this is why whenever there were White Walkers or something fishy, he was like, Hodor. And so maybe he knew. And basically Bran carried him on his back, forced him to go there and just be like a doorstop. So he's like a horse in a doorstop. He's like the ultimate servant.
Yeah.
So what a life was it for Hodor to always know he was going to die this way?
I don't know if he knew. I don't know.
Because they connected from space and time, and at this moment he saw everything. He said, hold the door.
Yeah, but only in this moment. Maybe he forgot about it later and just said Hodor. I don't know, it's quantum physics, you know. It's crazy stuff, it's crazy shit, man. And if you think you understand it, then you don't understand it.
You sound like a religious fanatic. So let's go to the biggest bombshell about the White Walkers, that it's confirmed. The children of the forest, they created the White Walkers as a weapon. Mm-hmm. They have no culture. No. They have no reasoning of their own. And they are evil. Yeah. Just evil, plain evil. Nothing more to that. Nothing to see here.
No, it's more complicated than that. It's more complicated than that. No, it's not. We expected that there will not be evil per se.
Because there's no evil in this world.
Because there's no evil in this world.
But there is.
they were created by the children of the forest as a weapon, as a biological weapon. They are basically a biological weapon.
Why biological weapon?
It started with patient zero back then, with on the tree.
Oh.
And they put something inside of him. I predict it was a stalk. Maybe we'll talk about it in a different video.
Okay. And they made him into a White Walker in order to fight the humans.
To drive them away because this is nature's way to fight the virus of humanity that spreads all along. And Bran
can't be stopped.
Yeah, and can't be stopped. Bran told this child of the forest, you created them, and we had no choice. You, the humans, you are all over the place, cutting trees,
killing people.
Trees.
Actually, she said men. She didn't say humans. So let's cut women a break.
That's anti-Semitic.
Okay. So basically, the White Walkers are killing machines, a mirror image to the dragons.
Yeah, the White Walkers are the biological weapon,
Okay.
and the dragons are the nuclear weapons. And they are both weapons of mass destruction.
That you can't control.
That you can't control, a monster that you create. And then turns the table on you, and you can control and creating disaster.
So basically, the children of the forest really, really suck at magic.
Yeah.
They try to break the arm of Dorne, fail. Trying to separate the both parts of Westeros, fail. They build an army made of people that they contaminated with some magic, and now the magic that they created is stronger than their own magic. And now I think they're exterminated, the children of the forest.
Yeah. The children of the forest were the indigenous people of Westeros. And they saw for centuries people coming over. So maybe the others are evil, but they were created as an antidote to progress, to human progress.
To human progress.
To human progress.
So this shows me that the children of the forest, they are a little bit like humans too. They are vain, they're stupid, they don't think things through. So they can destroy themselves with their own creations, just as we can. And who is now responsible for all this? The children of the forest on the one hand, and the child, Bran, who went on the internet without parental supervision. We saw him like in the Tower of Joy scene. He was like Googling and going to Wikipedia to read up on the Tower of Joy, and his dad was like, "Okay, that's it. 2 hours. You have 2 hours. You have to go home." "No, Dad, I want some more. So now he went online, and a predator watched him, and that's it. Everybody's dead.
Yeah.
Also, it was a little bit last Mohican ring to it. Like the children of the forest fucked up, so they brought in a white guy to save them. Now that white guy is dead, so they need another white guy.
Yeah, I think it's more to the fact that he's a Stark. I think...
But Bloodraven is not a Stark.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
So we got a lot of answers how the White Walkers came to be, but there are a lot more questions now. How did the children of the forest lose control of the White Walkers?
Yeah.
Why did the White Walkers wake up now, after 6,000 years, 8,000 years? Why? What happened? We don't know yet.
No.
And what's their connection to the dragons? Okay, there's the ice and fire, but the ice and fire were apart for thousands of years, had no connection. All that happened in history with the White Walkers has nothing to do with everything that has transpired with the dragons that have only recently been extinct.
Yeah.
Like for 150 years, not thousands of years.
Yeah.
So the connection there, I don't know.
Yeah, the connection, I think, is magic. And hold the door. Like, you need to hold the door.
On progress.
Yeah, you need to keep that in bay. And if it is set loose, you have to destroy it. Magic has to be destroyed. It's too dangerous. So the moral of the story, you have to kill magic.
You have to kill magic.
You have to destroy it. And more to the fact, you cannot stop progress.
You cannot stop progress?
You cannot stop progress.
You cannot hold the door?
You cannot hold the door.
Only for some time.
Like, you need to address the dragons as they are, as weapons. But after they will be used, you need to throw them away and to make a pact a non-proliferation
Proliferation.
pack. Proliferation.
Okay, so if you want to know more about the anti-magic faction, who can help the Maesters to the rescue, watch this. This basically explains all our thinking about the story and where it's going. And if you want to know more about the free cities, here it is, Braavos, the Iron Bank, everything, click. If you enjoyed the video, please click like. All your likes, you have showered us with likes. Thank you very much, it's been very helpful. And there's a link in the description for our Patreon page. Did you know we have a Patreon page?
We do.
So if you want to support our channel and sponsor us and help us, that would be greatly appreciated. The link is in the description.
And shout out to you. You know. I just lost my voice because of
But
storage.
wasn't it heartwarming that so many people wished you a swift recovery?
Yeah, thanks a lot. I really appreciate
You
it.
have to mean it. You have to mean it. Some more. Take two. So, subscribe to get our next videos. We're gonna post our predictions for episode 6. We have a very cool prediction. Subscribe. Bye, everybody.